Okay, I just want to do a quick updated video on architect grinds because I often get asked what size nib will work best, and just a variety of questions around the architect grind. So, couple of things. When filling out the form, there's two, or actually there's mainly one key point with regards to filling out the form on my website or with regards to an architect grind, and that's with regards to the angle at which the grind is cut. So for most other grinds, it's not that important for how you hold the pen with regards to angle. It is somewhat, but it's extremely important with regards to the architect. Pay close attention to whatever you pick with regards to the writing angle. So that's the most important thing. Now, with regards to the architect, you're going to get the most benefit of it, and you're going to show the most line variation if you write in a very up, down, left, right fashion, or block lettering, things of that nature. So if you write, up, down, pretty much up, down, you're going to get very thin lines typically. And then when you go side to side, you'll get thick lines. Now this is a Yowo broad nib that was converted to an architect. So you can see here the, pretty drastic difference between the two line widths. Now that's going, pretty much up, down, left, right. Now if you need to turn your page so that, you can do that, go ahead and do that. That's fine. Now if you tend to hold your pen at an angle and write, you'll lose this, you'll start to lose this line variation. So as I turn my hand against the page, you'll notice, now they're almost identical. So if you not rotate the pen this way, but you hold it at a different angle, you'll end up losing this line variation. So just be aware of that with regards to the architect and what you'll get out of it. So if you hold it and you write, again, if you write basically up, down, left, right, versus if I rotate the pen, you can kind of see the difference, especially in something like the number 4 or the number 1. So again, those are the key issues. If the writing angle that you provide is actually different, or you end up holding it at a much higher angle, you'll see that that doesn't really work as well. Either you'll end up hitting the tip, or if you write much lower, you'll hit the base of the grind and it'll be scratchy. So now one other thing, especially on some of the architect grinds that I do, when they're on the crisper side, it will feel a little bit like writing with a pencil. So you'll have a little bit of feedback going left and right. Up and down will be smooth, but left and right you'll have a little bit of feedback. That's just because of the way the grind is done. You can still use these for script, and you do get some line variation, but the key aspect is in block lettering. So yeah, so that's basically it. One other quick thing I want to cover is I also do a hybrid grind. So this is a broad. A lot of people ask me what size architect they should get. It really depends on what type of lettering you write or what you want to write. If you want to make a drastic statement, or a big statement, the broad nib works well. There's even things like the Platinum Coarse nib, Pilot Zoom nib could be made into Architect grinds and even be more drastic than this. So however, if you write really small, then you may want a fine, or if you wanted something in between, you could do a medium. So it's just all variable. This happens to be a Bock medium nib. However, this is actually a hybrid grind, so let me cover that real quick. So I still need to know the angle at which you write, but the hybrid grind, the base of the tipping is actually curved. So with this, you'll get, again, similar to the Architect up there, you'll get thin and then slightly thicker. And you can see it's not nearly as thick as up here, but it's still, you get the line variation. And again, it works well for block lettering. And what the hybrid grind will allow for is, when I mentioned holding it at the different angles, you can actually hold it down at a lower angle and still use it. You just won't get as much line variation as you do at the standard writing angle. So, all right, so that's pretty much it. I was hoping it'd be a little quicker video, but I wanted to cover all that and describe the Architect. So again, the key things are when you're requesting an Architect, just be aware of the different sizes, a broad, medium. This would end up being around a fine Architect, even though it's ground on the medium because of the hybrid. But I can do them, in any size that you desire, pretty much. Well, yeah, pretty much whatever. That's about it. You could also request the flow. The higher the flow, though, can affect this line variation, because if it's extremely wet, the downstroke, this thinness of the downstroke, you'll start losing that. It'll start to become thicker. That's about it. Thanks for watching.